So SEO has been around as long as the internet is around, right? So search engine optimization. And of course, the main search engine today is Google. So Google is really setting the rules and the tone regarding SEO. They're changing the rules a lot. They changed the rules a lot in the last few years, and it's a very ongoing process. So the rules keep changing, and you really have to be all the time up to date with the latest information. So let's go ahead. First of all, I want to show you this picture. So basically here you can see the periodic table of SEO success factors. So you have to know that actually Google is using about 200, that's me, hello, about 200 factors to rank. Okay. Google is using about 200 factors for the algorithm to rank websites. And let's put it in full screen. Second, I lost connectivity. I'll be back. It's my fault. Pardon me for the little hiccups. Perfect. Okay, right now you can see the table, so that's great. So basically, Google is ranking according to about 200 factors, which have importance into deciding which site is going to rank where. Basically, SEO is divided into two parts. You have the on-the-page factors and off-the-page factors, so on-site and off-site factors. So going into the on-site factors, you can see them over there on the left side of the screen. It's about content, architecture of the website, HTML of the website, which is the coding of the website. So that's everything which has to do with your website itself or your client's website. So you really have to check those things one by one to make sure that everything is optimized, and those things will definitely impact the ranking of your website. And that's the thing that you have to do, first of all, one time to really go and optimize the whole website, if it's for you, if you build a website, or if you're going to take care of a client's website, to optimize it, to make it optimized for SEO purposes. So when you're going to search for SEO purposes and optimizing your website, then of course you have to check, first of all, the content. The content has to be quality content. You have to make sure that you're using the right keywords, first by researching the right keywords and using them correctly. You have to make sure that you're using the right words and phrases. You have to make sure that the content is fresh and it's updated, that it's talking about good subjects, good content. You want to make sure also that you're using the keywords density, meaning you have to use the keywords a few times and not too much. Do not spam. You have to make it look natural and normal. So this is about the content of the website. Of course, Google is also using the freshness, meaning how old is content. It's also an important part. How much do you update your content on the websites? All those things also important factors. Then you go into the architecture of the website, which is how the website is structured. Then you have to check about, first of all, the website has to be optimized for Google's robot. So basically, the robot is going to scan the website depending on the amount of updates on the website. It's going to scan the website once a day, sometimes once a week, sometimes a few times a day. It really depends on how much you update your website and how big your website is. So then you have also to check out for duplicate content. You have to make sure that you do not post on the same page, same article twice. It's important to have check it out. You have to make sure that your website is optimized for mobile viewing. So that's something also very important, especially today. As you know that I would say majority of visitors of the website are going to be visiting it from a mobile phone. So you have to make sure that your website is optimized for mobile phone. Google also launched a new protocol for mobile called AMP. So watch out for that. You can also Google it, AMP, and they acknowledge Google that they're going to give even more importance to the fact that the website is really optimized for mobile into the Google rankings. So what's next about the architecture of the website? You have to look for the load speed of the website. It has to load fast, quickly. Very important. You can also check out with tools I'm going to show you later on. You have to make sure that, for example, if you're using a secured website, HTTPS, then it's also some plus that Google is lacking because it's giving a better reputation to your website. Finally, on the on-page SEO factors, you have the whole HTML coding structure. So if you're not familiar with coding and HTML, then it might sound a bit scary, but it's something very simple. If you go a little bit, search about it, learn about it, you can do it by yourself. So basically, what you have to look for is using actually all the different options that Google is giving you, the right way to optimize it to rank for the keyword that you want to rank. So you have to look in the HTML, in the coding on the website, you have to look for the what's called the meta tags. And meta tags are basically the way that Google's robot is reading your website and presenting it online. So you have to check, for example, what's called the meta title, the meta description. And the meta title is basically how your website is going to show up on Google, right? So you have the main title of your website, and it's using the meta title to put that on. You have the meta description, which is actually the description that Google is going to use when someone Googles your website, right? In the Google search results, you're going to see about 2 lines of text describing your website. You really want to optimize it, because if you don't do it the right way, then Google is going to show by default the first 2 lines of text on your website, and sometimes it's not the right description. So you do want to make sure that you carefully use the meta title and meta description of your website. Optimize it in the right way. Some of the content you might hide it from Google. You don't want the robot to read it in some cases. You want to make sure that, once again, that the HTML is structured in the right way, that Google will see the right keywords and the right density in the right places, using headers, H1, H2, H3 headers, if you know what it's about, things like that. So this gives you a basic overview of the on-site SEO. Now, going to the off-the-page factors, then it's really a more ongoing process, something that you have to work on every day, and it will take time also to build up, while the on-page factors are quicker and faster to react, and it's more like a one-time thing. But off-the-page factors is really an ongoing operation that you have to take care of every day. And basically, off-the-page factors have, I would say, 4 parts. So you have the trust of your website, your authority of the website. You have all issues of the links, especially backlinks, of course, to your website, from your website. You have I would say, the personal details of the website and the social reputation of the website. So first of all, trust. Google is giving a lot of importance to how trustworthy is your website. And trustworthiness is a factor of taking account of a few things. The age of your website, is it new, is it an old website? How much engagement is there from visitors? Are your visitors staying a few seconds and then going away? And then what's called a bounce rate. The bounce rate is actually how many of the people that come to your website leave without going further into other pages of your website. So this is the bounce rate. The higher your bounce rate, the lower the quality of your page, according to Google. And I would say, as the webmaster, as the owner of the website, your bounce rate is a good sign to check the quality of the traffic that you're getting and how focused the traffic is for your needs. If your traffic is not targeted, then the bounce rate will be higher. So if, for example, you're targeting men that are interested in sports, and most of the visitors from advertising campaign that you make are women that are not interested in sport, then you're going to see a high bounce rate, because people are going to come to your website, they're going to see it's not what they want, it's not what they're interested in, they're going to leave immediately, and those things can hurt your Google rankings. So watch out for that. Also, you have to watch out and that you do not use your website as spam. For example, you don't fill it with many ads everywhere. You have really to look to make the website look trustworthy. Think about big websites, big authority names, CNN.com and things like that. How are they structuring their website? Wired.com, BuzzFeed also. Any website, they're using a certain structure. You have to learn from that and try to keep the good rules of conduct, of Google's conduct. It's very important to follow that. Now we're going to the links issue, right? So everyone heard about the importance of links regarding Google rankings. And of course, backlinks is a very important factor. Now, Google is not stupid and is investing a lot of money and resources into checking that the links that are linking to your website, your backlinks, right? Backlinks meaning links that are linking back from other websites to your website are quality and trustworthy and real organic backlinks. Meaning by that one of the oldest and most common tricks, strategies to rank on Google would be to buy or exchange backlinks from other websites. Now, Google doesn't like it and is trying to fight it all the time. So you really have to be very careful. You can go and find out a lot of websites and forums where you can buy backlinks. So you have to be very careful about that if you do that, because if Google catches you doing or wrongdoing things not according to their policy, your site can be penalized immediately and really fall back in your rankings. So watch out for that, especially if you're handling a client's website. You don't want him to be penalized, and so you have to be very careful. I cannot say it enough about using or buying backlinks and building your backlinks in an organic and legal way, right? So about backlinks, you have to check, are those backlinks coming from other trusted websites, or are they coming also from junk websites, like fake websites, right? So the higher the quality of the site that is linking to you, the better it's going to be. That's why, for example, one of the good techniques that you can use is actually to post or guest blog or post articles in good website and then post a link back to your website. For example, if you're posting links on your LinkedIn profile, on your Facebook page, on medium.com, and of course, if you can have other places where you can post content and then link back to your website, that's going to be very positive for your SEO. That's a good way and legit way to do that. So we talked about the quality of the backlinks. You have to check also the text or the anchor keywords, right? What words are linking to your website. So it can be the name of your website, but it can also be some keywords. It can be the name of your product, it can be the name of your service. And think about that carefully, which words you want to use as the text for the link itself. Of course, the number of backlinks, some websites have thousands, tens of thousands of backlinks. If you only have 5 or 10 backlinks, it's going to be very difficult to rank for competitive keywords. Then, of course, there's all the personal details of the website. So by that, we're meaning where is the website located, right? It's still local business, it's a nationwide business. Where is the hosting server located? Is it a good hosting server? Is it online a lot of the time? Does it have, if you're using a shared hosting, meaning you're buying a cheap hosting server, and when you have shared hosting, basically it's sharing the IP, right? The IP address, the server address is shared with other website owners. So they're selling it to many different users, the same IP. And then you never know, you're not in control of how other people are using the same IP, the same server. So if someone is putting, pardon my French, adult porn or some illegal or some very low quality sites on the same IP as you, then obviously you're going to have a problem, because Google doesn't is going to find it out, and it's going to unlike this IP address, this hosting server. So if you're planning to play it serious, to play it for the long game, to play it right way, then you should definitely consider either taking a dedicated hosting package or VPS, or having your own IP address, your own server, to make sure that you cannot be hurt by others without your knowledge. Finally, the factors of social media, and a little bit like we talked about before about backlinks from other sources and trustworthy sources. So obviously one of those best sources is a social media website, facebook.com, linkedin.com, twitter.com, all this kind of website. So not only do you have to have your page and link back from those social media platforms to your website, but Google is also taking into account how much engagement you're getting on social media from back to your website. So if, for example, there are a lot of shares for articles that you post on Facebook that are coming from your website, or you have a lot of clicks on the link for your website on other social media platforms, this is going to have a very, very positive effect on your Google rankings. So all of those factors, these are many factors. Once again, there are 200 factors that the algorithm of Google is taking into account, are very important when you are using Google SEO factors. And now I want to go back to this SEO basics. So we talked a little bit about on-site SEO, being the importance of content, the architecture of the content, how you propose the content, and of course all the HTML coding of the website, meta tags, things like that, using keywords the right way. Then we talked about off-site SEO, how trustful is your website, how trustful is the content of the website, how is reputation of your website, things like that. We talked about backlinks and the potential of it and the advantage of backlinks, but also the dangers with backlinks and how much you have to be very, very careful when you're trying to build links in unlawful ways that Google doesn't like and can catch them easily. We talked also about some factors like the hosting server, the personal factors of the website and where it is located, and the social media factors. Lastly, I want to share with you some resources. So here you go. Search Engine Land, searchengineland.com is a very old website, which has a very, very good name in the industry of the SEO. Is basically a guy named Barry, and he is basically investing a lot of time and effort and organizing even conferences worldwide about SEO. He's the one that made this very nice infographic with those 200 factors of Google, this one right that I shared with you before and also posted. So this is a great website to check for the latest news. He's posting things really on a daily basis about the latest changes in Google algorithm. It's quite technical, but it also has some basics, one-on-one articles and resources that you can use really if you really want to go deep into SEO territory. And then also listed SEOmoz.com and samrush.com, which are basically softwares, tools on a subscription basis. They also have a free version, but basically they are giving you things like keyword rankings. You can check the website rankings on a daily basis. You can check your competitors rankings. You can check a lot of information about the right keywords to use, how much are there in demand, the competitiveness of the keywords, things like that. And also you can check on those sources, how many backlinks does your website have, or your clients websites. You can check also the health of those backlinks. Are they good backlinks or bad backlinks? You have to know in advance SEO techniques that competitors can actually hurt each other by actually posting bad links, right? So by spamming, by posting bad links back to your competitor website, you can actually hurt their reputation, hurt their rankings. So not only you have to check out what you do for yourself and which backlinks you build for yourself, you also have to check out what other backlinks, what other people might be posting backlinks and using you in a bad way, in a negative way. So watch out for that. Finally, I want to share with you two websites that are actually offering SEO audits. So basically on those two websites, SEO Uptimer.com and MySiteAuditor.com are two examples of websites that you can use both to analyze your own website very easily. It really gives you a good overview of all those factors that we discussed, on-site and off-site factors, so you can know what you have to do. But you can also use it as a as a tool, as an audit tool for potential clients and leads. You can basically put their website into those tools, and within a few seconds you'll get generated a really good comprehensive report. Some of them are pretty basic, but some of them are really detailed, 20 pages of really SEO auditing from all the sites, what the situation of the website of the clients, where are the problems that they need to solve, with really clear items to do and to solve. If you want to get more advanced into it, you can also buy some packages to add your logos to those reports and then those audits, SEO audits, and then send it out to them. So that's more or less what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Well, I really wanted to make this live stream a bit different than the regular live streaming event, because most of the time, you just take your phone and you'll see myself for talking for 20 minutes, and it has its advantages. However, sometimes by showing you my screen sharing, by showing you some graphics, some written information, it might be more structured, more organized, and give you more value. So I do apologize for all those technical glitches and things that might be unclear or bad quality over the streaming, but I do hope that it gave you some value. And once again, it's just a really general overview, just to get you thinking, to get your mind organized, to get you some basic of what to look for and what are those words that you might have heard before. And now that you have this knowledge of those basics, now you can really start to research more, to implement, to try out things, to try out those tools, to understand what those websites are talking about, what those tools are talking about, what actually the audit is showing you, and how to explain it to potential clients or to yourself or to your own website. Of course, I want to thank you very much for taking the time. Please feel free to ask any questions. That's the whole purpose, is to get some interaction, some questions, Q&A. So please post your questions below in the comments box. I would appreciate, of course, if you can, if you liked it, like the post, or also like my page on Facebook, so you can also get notified of other live streaming. Then it's going to be a bit easier maybe to do those, and maybe also to schedule them in advance. I'm here. I like to help you. I like to help people out. I like working online marketing. That's all. That's why I'm sitting now it's actually already midnight here. I had a long day, but I'm really, really pumped up and really happy I had this opportunity to share this information with you. I want to thank you once again. And hopefully, if it was worthwhile and gave you some value, I'm going to try to do those more. So today it was about SEO, and I might do the next one about email marketing, for example, email marketing basics, maybe other streams about WordPress or other subjects. So please let me know and send me a comment about what topics would you like me to go in depth or overview. So I can either go and give you some overview of all the different basics, and then obviously we can go deeper and deeper and deeper into specifics and strategies when it's going to be relevant and interesting for you and for the majority of you. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you. Bye bye. Good evening.